Good evening and welcome. I wanted to take the opportunity to speak to you ahead of one of the most momentous occasions for more than 300 years in Scotland's history, the referendum on independence. In some respects, it is a blind choice we are being asked to make, using vague facts with little or no certainty on so many vital factors, making the decision even more challenging. However, we must answer the question as best we can. This is not a general election where we make a decision that can be reversed in 5 years. This decision will be irreversible for at least a century. I believe that we should be saying no thanks to independence, and I will outline several fundamental reasons why. Firstly, the economy. Scotland has a considerable financial services sector. Several of the largest Scottish-based companies have already begun contingency planning to move their operations to England in the event of independence, which some of them are required to do under EU legislation. A new independent Scottish economy will bring uncertainty, while confidence in financial markets may be partially lost, which may affect the value of Scottish companies. I also believe Scotland's economy benefits from the security of being part of the G8 group of the world's wealthiest developed nations. Our supposed oil wealth is set to decline from 2030, less than 20 years in the future, so an over-reliance on this is somewhat foolish. Intrinsically linked to the economy is currency. There is no certainty that an independent Scotland could retain full use of one of the world's strongest currencies, the UK pound. The Bank of England has stated it will do as instructed by the UK government in relation to this, and all UK government sources currently point to Scotland being unable to maintain a currency union with the rest of the UK. Although Scotland could continue to use the pound in the same way as Panama uses the US dollar, it would be without a central bank and lender of last resort, making it ineligible to be part of the European Union. The Bank of England would act primarily in the best interests of the rest of the UK, leaving the concerns of Scotland in the hands of a foreign country's central bank. Consideration of reneging on Scotland's share of the UK's £1.4 trillion debt is preposterous, although the legal consensus is that the UK Treasury is ultimately responsible for this debt. The UK government would likely seek an independent Scotland to accept its share, and if it declines, although perfectly legal, this will have extensive ramifications for the confidence that creditors will have in terms of lending to the Scottish Government in future. Thirdly, I feel it is vital to retain the security and protection of being a member of NATO. Maintaining a large and sophisticated armed force with a nuclear deterrent, especially in the ever more politically unstable world that we live in. NATO confirmed last month they have not begun to consider whether an independent Scotland would be invited to join NATO. Finally, my personal sense of belonging. I am proud to be from Edinburgh, as I am proud to be Scottish, as I am proud to be British. I want to continue to be a member of the European Union, and the only manner in which Scotland can be accepted as a member under current legislation is through a unanimous vote by the existing member states. The Prime Minister of Spain has stated that he would oppose Scotland joining the EU in such a vote. The UK has a successful shared history as one of the most powerful countries in the world over the last 3 centuries. I do feel there is a need for constitutional reform, and I believe the assemblies in Wales and Northern Ireland should be upgraded to full Parliament status, and that an English Parliament based outside London should be created, with the UK Parliament retaining control over matters such as defence and foreign policy, similar to the Australian federal system of government. In my opinion, we are most certainly better together, and I urge you all to use your vote to protect our mutually beneficial United Kingdom. Thank you, and good night.